Stark Factory. This is a counter service restaurant in the new Avengers campus here at Walt Disney Studios Paris. And we have ordered, as you're seeing now, the entire menu. That's right, every single pasta, every single pizza, every salad. We have all of it here. And we're gonna try it so you don't have to, so you know what to order when you come here to Paris. First thing I want to talk about though is this, because this is great. Number one, a counter service with real silverware. And number two, this lovely themed paper that it comes in. Isn't that great? Got my napkin, got my fork and my knife. I'm ready to eat. But quickly about this restaurant, it is probably one of the coolest interiors in the land, if not the coolest. The room we're in is part of the factory. You see there's the Hulk Buster over my shoulder. There's also where you order and pick up your food. It's buffet, what do we call it, buffeteria style. You go down the line, fill your plates, pay at the end, and then bring your tray. Bring your tray of food to your table. But so we're in like the factory portion. There's a lot of interesting blueprints and props. And then to the other side of the restaurant, there is sort of this area that Tony Stark found when I guess they were setting up the campus, which used to be some of the, the SSR, their office. If you've watched Agent Carter when that was on ABC, or now I guess on Disney Plus, you'll be familiar with that organization, the beginning of S.H.I.E.L.D. And so there is a very old office with a desk for Peggy in there, and also they found some of Howard Stark's Captain America collection, which is a thing that's referenced in the MCU. And then beyond that, there is an SSR sort of testing room where I guess they would have tested weapons, where there's all sorts of safety warnings and stuff. It's a really cool interior to explore, but the question is the food good? And that's what we're going to find out, because Disneyland Paris has a reputation for having not only bad counter service food, but Disney theme parks in general have a reputation for terrible theme park Italian food, my least favorite thing. And then I'm about to subject myself to all of this for some reason. But let's get started. I'm gonna pull up the menu here. We have salads. We're gonna start with salads. The Refuel Bowl. The Refuel Bowl, isn't that one? I think it's that one. Refuel Bowl is frisee lettuce, crispy bacon, poached egg, croutons, and cherry tomato. There's some croutons in here. It's too much for one bite. Should I be putting that dressing on this?
If you want.
You could use a little. It's not bad otherwise. So what is this? This is
olive oil and vinegar. Olive oil and mustard.
Olive oil and mustard.
And there's vinegar in it too.
And it's the same dressing for both of them provided?
This is the only salad dressing I've ever had at Disneyland Paris in a counter service restaurant.
Now let's spice this up a little bit. I mean, that overpowers everything. I don't know if with an American taste anyone's going to enjoy this. I don't know that this is the option for someone looking for something healthy like a salad at Disneyland Paris. I don't even know that you're going to be able to make do with this, honestly. I'm not wild about it. I'll get your thoughts after, but I don't think it's great. Okay.
We're off to a great start.
We don't have the vegan hyper bowl.
That's this.
Oh, is that? Oh, it is. Yeah, vegan hyper bowl, which is an interesting name.
What's in it?
The vegan hyper bowl is frisee lettuce, smoked tofu, mix of bulgur and quinoa, cherry tomatoes, zucchini, and carrot julienne, sesame and soy vinaigrette.
Huh, vinaigrette.
We think it's, I guess it's already on there? Yeah, there is something on there for sure. Okay. Frisee's putting up a fight.
It's hard to eat frisee because the pieces are so large usually.
It's definitely better than the other one. There's more going on, flavor-wise. Again, everything's fresh. It's gonna need that dressing again, even though they advertise that something on here, and something is definitely on here lightly, but I'm not getting
Like soy, I feel you would see it.
Anything.
Well, it must be very healthy then.
It's probably super healthy. Will you be happy with it? I don't know, but put that dressing on. But again, this is a slightly better option, but I would not get a salad here, honestly. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving to pizza. Pizza's next. The Italian dry cured ham pizza. I'm gonna be over here. The Italian dry cured ham pizza's pizza dough, tomato sauce, mozzarella, Italian dry cured ham, and rocket salad.
Which is arugula.
Arugula's rocket salad.
Yeah,
That's
rocket.
the translation.
It's the British word for it.
Okay, all right. Well, should I cut it or just pick it up?
Whatever you like.
Oh my, look at that grease. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Extra napkin.
You ever instantly regret a decision?
I mean, the really sweet cast member at the counter looked at me and said, "You'll like this one."
I mean, in a world where I consider the worst meal I've had in my entire life, and I'm not even talking about just at a theme park, the worst meal I've had in my entire life was pizza from Colonel Happy's Pizza Outpost in the other park. This is fine. This is, compared to that, a remarkable achievement. But in terms of just counter service, quick service, fast food pizza, it's fine. The ham and the cheese are both of great quality. The cheese is really rich, very thick. It's got a great flavor. The ham brings some saltiness to it. The red sauce is perfectly fine. The crust is nice and doughy with a real crispy layer at the very bottom.
Sounds good.
It's perfectly fine. I'm gonna try one more bite just to make sure.
Oh, that means you like it.
Yeah, it's solid. Hopefully this just gets moved over to Colonel Happy's immediately. All right, the next is the stracciatella pizza, which again has pizza dough, tomato sauce, mozzarella, olives, and stracciatella.
So what's the white stuff on top? That's not cheese. The cheese is under.
It's still cheese.
It's a second
It's
cheese?
a white cheese. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like an Italian
Like
cheese.
a cream.
Yeah. That's the real rich cheese. That's the flavor I'm getting there. We'll get to try the regular cheese when we eat the other one.
Well, no, that's the vegan one then.
Oh, is that one vegan? Okay, then we won't. There is a regular cheese layer under this, though.
Yeah, no, I see it. I see it on the corner.
I'm just gonna move an olive over. These plates are not gonna last, and I just like cut a hole in this plate.
But it's nice that they're served on plastic plates and not paper. I like that. You like
The
it?
olive is definitely the dominant flavor, but we got that rich cheese again. It's a really nice flavor on a pretty mediocre pizza. It's fine for Disneyland Paris. It's an edible slice of pizza.
How much is this?
My favorite is still the ham is my favorite.
The ham is better?
These are €14. They're a little expensive. This is a super heavy slice of pizza, though. You will not be hungry after this, though. I mean, it's got some weight to it for sure.
Could two people share it, do you think?
I think you'd still be hungry. Not as a snack, sure, but I think this is a meal. This is a meal for one functional human being. Okay.
Okay.
Now this is the Four Seasons pizza. So you see, there's Frankie Valli. Never mind. It's a joke for the older people in the audience. Kids, look it up. The Four Seasons pizza is pizza dough, tomato sauce, mozzarella, half-dried cherry tomatoes, artichoke, and red and yellow peppers.
So it's not vegan if it's mozzarella.
No, it's definitely not. That's
Huh.
not the vegan pizza.
There
There
was
is
a-
no vegan pizza.
There was a sign with vegan. Oh no, that was pasta?
vegan pasta.
It was
Yeah.
pasta, okay.
Vegan pasta. So the problem here is my toppings are all in the middle, which I get. They didn't want to lose any,
You can do it.
so I'm gonna send my toppings over to the corner here. The toppings are the best part of all three of these. The artichoke is everything you want it to be. Great roasted flavor from the red and yellow peppers. Again, over a perfectly normal, average, run-of-the-mill fast food pizza. If I assume if you're bringing kids are picky, or maybe I know some adults are picky. My father, Jonathan, who's probably watching this, both very picky. One of our WIGS members.
But the toppings, that would be the problem.
Yeah, I don't think they. My father would eat, coming from Bronx, New York. My father would eat artichoke and pepper. Maybe not pepper, artichoke for sure. He would eat the ham one if you took the arugula off.
Yeah, you
the
can
rocket.
you can remove some toppings. If
I'm
you're
also
picky.
sure if you asked someone there, if you said you had dietary needs, you just wanted a plain pizza, you could. But the problem is, I almost don't think you get these without toppings. I don't think they're that good without toppings. The toppings is the only thing that makes them edible, I think. But they're very average, very as if you bought a pizza in a freezer and made it in your oven at home. But then you sort of beefed it up with some toppings, that you bought at the grocery store on the side, right? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. It's like, oh, I bought grocer's freezer pizza, but I'm gonna throw some stuff I've got in the fridge on it. Some olives and cheese and stuff I've got. All right, so we have a Parmesan cheese sauce macaroni. So macaroni with Parmesan sauce. All right. Oh boy.
This kind of looks like glue, I have to say. Like it looks like paste.
It's very rubbery. The sauce is real thick and pasty. Flavor-wise, it's not awful. There's probably some people that would be okay with this, but I'm not going to recommend it. I don't think it's ever going to be cooked any better, honestly. No. Everything just real pasty. The cheese flavor is not bad, but it can't save the dish. So no to that. All right, bolognese. So spaghetti bolognese, red meat sauce over. We got the corkscrew pasta in this case.
That looks good.
Got some adventurous music for this endeavor. This pasta is the total opposite. It's like butter. It just melts in your mouth. It's like the pasta disintegrated, which isn't a bad thing. For fast food bolognese sauce, it's not bad. It's got a not an overpowering tomato flavor. I'm getting the hints of the seasoned beef, and the pasta's well cooked. This is probably not a bad option. I don't want to show people that. This is probably an okay option. Again, none of this evokes Marvel in any way, or a factory.
Tony Stark loved pasta.
This is fine. I'm not going to recommend it, but if you're eating here, this is an option. Okay. This is the vegan one now. Vegan Neapolitan pennette. It's penne. I guess it's smaller penne.
It's like penne lice.
It's like tiny penne.
Aww.
Aw.
Babies.
Someday you'll grow up and be served at a real restaurant.
Aww.
Okay. All right. These the pastas, by the way, are €13 each. God.
Now this has to be shareable. This huge portion of
These
pasta.
are a little. These feel pretty heavy. This is the best one. Again, very much a standard, like almost like out of a can. Maybe a little better than out of a can.
Out of a paper tray.
The pasta's cooked well. It's between the other two. It's not disintegrating, and it's not too chewy. It's cooked well. The sauce actually is pretty flavorful.
It looks like there's vegetables
It's
in
got
there, like
a nice,
onions.
rich tomato flavor. I'm getting onion for sure. Yeah. It's a little chunky.
It looks good.
It's good. It's actually good. Even if you're not vegan, this is absolutely the best thing in the restaurant. Again, this review is not going to end with me telling you to eat at Start Factory, but if you end up eating at Start Factory, if you're vegan, this is probably one of the best options in the park. Honestly, I don't even know what else there is. There's that falafel cart, right?
There's a veggie burger.
There's a veggie
at
burger.
Unkel's.
Did you like that? The veggie burger at Unkel's?
Yeah,
Which is
it's
the
this-
restaurant inside Studio One or Stage One.
It's the same veggie burger that's served at every restaurant here. It's fine.
We'll try this. And let me know if you think this is better than the veggie burger. And we will await your opinion. In the meantime, I'm going to have some Coke Zero. The soda fountains aren't working yet during our Passover preview, so I have to drink out of a bottle.
Yeah, this is good.
You like it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's tomato, there's pepper, and then there's onion in the sauce. It's decent enough.
Yeah, like again, I'm not telling people to run here, but
It's edible.
I would, if someone was like, do you want to go to Start Factory? I would sit here and eat that if I had no other option. That's fine.
Well, wouldn't you just say no?
I mean, I take them to PYM, but that's another video you have to watch here on the channel. Okay.
And now, I'm
For
so
dessert,
excited.
We could have had a fruit bag. We could have had yogurt. We could have had prepackaged ice cream, but no. We went for the themed dessert, which is the Thunder Cake. That was my favorite cartoon as a kid. Oh, sorry, that was Thundercats. That was different.
Aw.
I was hoping this was a Snarf dessert, but it's not. But anyway.
It's a deep cut.
It's a deep cut. So this is supposedly like Thor's favorite dessert, and of some sort of Norwegian, origin. It's a caramel milk chocolate. What's that word? Entremont?
Entremont?
Entremont? Entremet? I don't know. Caramel and milk chocolate is what it says.
Or entremet, I'm looking. Entremet?
Oh, that just pushed into the cake. That's
It's soft. It's not.
soft.
It's not like a cookie. It's
It's
like
like
a
a
mousse.
pudding. It is not at all what
I
it
thought
looked
it
like.
was solid, but
That
it's
is
like
not
gelatinous.
what I thought that was going to be.
Give it a jiggle.
Do the truffle shuffle. It's solid. It's very soft, very light.
Is it super sweet?
Super creamy.
Or is it like not
It's
super
sweet for sure. I don't think it's overly sweet.
Okay.
You get like that light milk chocolate flavor, and then on the back end you get the caramel. Neither flavor is overpowering. Like they're both kind of on the subtle side. I think I would recommend this. It's a nice light dessert. Like it's very light. I don't know if you can see in that. It kind of fell apart, but it's good. This might be worth stopping in for a drink and a quick snack. This is if you like pudding or mousse, this is worth a stop. So in review, as we kind of expected, Start Factory is not great. It's not very good. It's passable. It's better than several counter service at Disneyland Paris I can think of off the top of my head.
Is it an
It's
improvement?
also not the best one.
Is it better than Blockbuster Cafe?
Yeah. I mean, we only ate at Blockbuster once. I wasn't blown away then. This is probably a slight improvement, but not a big. Interior-wise, decor-wise, blows that restaurant away. Beautiful interior, but sadly the food doesn't quite match. Yeah. As for this dessert, I do think I love this dessert. 3,000 calories. So upon being seated, we have our pretzel stand. The pretzel will arrive shortly with our beverages. The coolest thing, I mean, Disneyland Paris in general has all these cool placemats at restaurants. This is one of the coolest ones. It's also an activity sheet for kids, exclusive to the PYM Kitchen. You have Chef Auntie up here, the Wasp. We have a spider bot and a giant cupcake and some PYM particle discs. There's an activity with a pretzel. Someone from Web, another maybe that one's Auntie, I don't know. Ant-Man with some kids. You got some guests. With this poor guest has a spider bot in their bag, and it's all drawn by Scott's daughter Cassie Lang, who of course in the comic books becomes, I believe, Stature. But there you go. Very, very cute. And I also love the napkins. They're great touch. And then the drink menu came on like a clipboard. It's a great aesthetic. Also not on our table, there is the condiments come in little vials, so there's salt and pepper and vinegar, all that good stuff, all olive oil, all in little tubes. It's a big pretzel. Should I go around the pretzel? Can people see me? I don't know. I don't know why, but Ant-Man has a thing for pretzels. He also has a thing for restaurants, right? He's got PYM Test Kitchen at TCA. He's got PYM Kitchen here in Paris. He's got the Avengers meal on the Disney Wish, which we're doing in a couple days. But he does seem to have a thing for pretzels. So a nice big soft pretzel here. Let's try some. Look at how easy that breaks.
Does it feel warm?
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
American preference, I'd like a little more salt, but it's very good. Well, I can't throw that on. That won't stick to it. These foreigners know nothing of pretzels.
You can chase it with some salt.
Pretzels do not originate in America anyway. No, it's very good. It's very fresh. I mean, as a bread service, it's a lot of fun. It's just a fun idea. I like it. It also happens to be good. So good way to start the meal. So there is a Caesar salad with, these are giant croutons. I'm going to try to cut a giant crouton. If you've ever tried to cut a regular sized crouton, that could be a problem. I think they were smart. They're not that hard. They're kind of just like bread. But then it's not really a crouton at that point either. It's really, really hard to cut. All right, we've got our crouton. Some salad, some chicken. There's grilled chicken in there. Wow, that is an over-seasoned crouton. I'm just getting garlic. So much garlic. Look how thick. I had that giant piece. And there's still all this crouton left. It's good though. Like could be a little less garlicky, but it's a good Caesar salad. So the presentation, I think, is kind of the best thing about eating at PYM Kitchen. Some of the food, well, you'll see, but this is, if you ask for tap water, it comes in a flask, which is fantastic. Then even these look like little cans, these little glasses for soda. The presentation's all very cute. Talking about two drinks that are not on the table that they don't have available today, but we have tried, so you're going to see video of them. We had both the signature cocktail and the signature mocktail. The signature cocktail is, what is it essentially? It's a blue Chardonnay.
It's a blue Chardonnay. It's vermouth, and there's some goji berries.
I didn't care for
else.
it. Did you like it?
I liked it. It
Okay.
was very refreshing.
Yeah.
It did not taste like Chardonnay, like that kind of pungent Chardonnay overwhelming taste. It didn't have much taste. It was a little bit of
I thought it was bland.
subtle. It was bland, but on a hot day.
Yeah, but you could just drink water on a hot day if you want bland.
But there's no alcohol in that.
There isn't, but I don't know how much alcohol I was feeling from that.
No, I didn't really feel much alcohol
There's a
either.
mocktail tray right there. I don't know, maybe they do have it. Either way, we then had the mocktail, which essentially turns out to be Sprite juice. So there's Sprite in there, and then you
Blue
get to
curacao.
pour in blue curacao.
Syrup.
Syrup, yeah. And you pour in the, what berry is it? There's a fruit.
I think it was maybe goji berry.
It's goji
puree.
berry, yeah, that's it. And you pour that in on top, and it essentially just tastes like, it's just, I don't know, it's like a flavored Sprite.
Sprite
so it's
and
not bad.
juice.
It's fun. It's a fun presentation. It's worth giving a try. Obviously, being a PYM restaurant, everything's about things shrinking and growing. And so, as you see, we have tiny hot dogs. We have part of a giant hot dog. We have this, what they call pretzel, is the name
it's
up
a
there. This
pretzel.
giant pretzel sandwich. And then we have the tiny hamburger. And then, as you saw them cook, the giant mega hamburger sandwich. So let's try these out. So someone we know is commenting on the mustard. They don't like French style mustard. It's a little spicy, which I like. So I'm a big fan. The bread is soft and perfect, the bun. That is a great little hot dog. All right. Come on, bread. I can't get the bread. Very similar, just a foot-long giant hot dog. I prefer the little one. Little one's less work. Don't work harder, work smarter, kids. All right, the pretzel. Is that pastrami?
Sure.
Sure. Sure.
You're asking me.
Even the bread's not that fresh on that. It can't compare to the giant pretzel we had to start. The freshness isn't there. And then the cold meat is pretty flavorless. It's drowned out by the vegetables. I wouldn't recommend that.
Okay.
Tiny hamburger.
Looks good. The meat looks nice.
That is better than any hamburger I've ever had at a U.S. Disney park. It's well cooked. It's got a nice charred exterior, pink inside, juicy, tender. The bun is perfect. The bun is lightly toasted. The accompaniments don't overpower anything. It's a perfect little hamburger.
Thank you, Ant-Man.
He's a fine chef. Okay. Now the mega.
Pick it up.
Pick it up?
Pick it up. What could go wrong?
All the toppings are gonna fall out.
I think you can do it.
That first bite would be just toppings, though. I want meat. I need meat.
Meat.
Get some toppings. That's too much topping. Okay. It is much harder to cook a patty that's this big evenly. So needless to say, it's a little more well done, the burger.
Right.
And so obviously it's just not as good. Everything else is super fresh. The burger's not bad. It's just I'm not a well done guy, right? So that's not how I want my burger prepared. These are, for me, these are perfect. I'd stick with, again, tiny hot dog, little hamburger. Again, work smarter, not harder, kids. Okay, we have a few more things to try. If you want a review of every single item up there on the buffet, that is on our website. I'm not going to bore you with cured meats and things like that here in the vlog. So there are some crispy fried chicken wings. They're pretty greasy, as you would imagine. They're very good though. The breading reminds me of like KFC when you order the extra crispy. The meat is nice and tender. These are great. These might be the best thing up there. Other than the two items that I took again because I love them. The tiny hamburger and the tiny hot dog. So there's some salmon, which I didn't like yesterday, but then you tried it and thought it was good today. So I'm going to try the salmon again.
It was old ABC commissary level.
I love that ABC commissary salmon. It's fishy. The consistency is kind of gooey. It's mushy. It should be flaky. It's salmon. It should be flaky, not like this solid single piece. That's no good.
Ant-Man can't cook fish.
They changed the mashed potatoes. Yesterday they were regular mashed potatoes. Now they're bacon mashed potatoes. They also look more yellow. I bet they threw butter in after I complained about that yesterday. That they were very plain. They threw a lot of butter in them.
It looks like just butter and bacon.
That's the review. That's what it tastes like. I mean, that's delicious. So it's good. They're way better than yesterday. They added some salt too, so they're nice and salty and creamy. They got a thick consistency, very buttery, and you get that. I think the saltiness probably comes from the bacon more than anything. They're pretty good. That's much improved since yesterday. It's time for dessert. There's some really interesting things. First of all, not here right now, but we had yesterday. You'll see it now. There for the kids, there's this little tiny tray which has this what looks like an ice cream bar, but it's actually cake pop. And next to that is Jello. With what's in the Jello? Fruit, right?
Raspberry.
A raspberry. Raspberry sealed in Jello. So let's look at what we've got here. You saw the giant Oreo. There is essentially a giant Oreo cake. Let's see if it's good. kind of disappointing. Nothing, the cream nor the cake are the flavor they should be. I wouldn't equate anything about that to an Oreo. Just dry, bland cake and a sweet cream with nothing sticks out about it. Okay, there's a carrot cake with a PYM particle on it. PYM particle disc.
Where is he?
I think I like it. Which is funny, I think we didn't like it yesterday.
Messy.
It's way fresher, very moist cake. I like the tiny carrot cake, it's good. Not to be outdone, there is a tiny cheesecake with a PYM particle disc as well.
With Kiri cheese, of course.
Kiri cheese sponsor, Disneyland Paris. Official cheese.
I like
It's a
that.
nice little cheesecake.
I like that
Tastes like
one.
New York style.
It's creamy, right?
It's very good. I'd say creamy, yeah. Very rich, really rich, strong cheese. It's good. And yeah, New York, if you like New York style cheesecake, you'll like that one. This wasn't here yesterday. This is, Spencer went on and on about how they didn't have it yesterday. But today, the infinite pecan pie. It is a very long pecan pie you can take a little piece of. I love pecan pie, so I have high expectations.
Oh. You okay over there?
It's really good. You can see how tall it is. So I had, not only did I have that big pecan on top, there's then a big layer of pecan. Or maybe I just had a good cluster, because I'm looking at yours and it's not really like that. There was a nice cluster of pecan, and then that sticky, gooey cake layer, and the crust was good. I like it. I like it a lot. This is pear, you said?
Yeah, that's a pear crumble.
Have you tried it? I'm not a big pear guy.
I've tried it.
Is it good?
It's good.
There's your review.
It's like a kugel, kind of.
This thing just called a PYM cake?
I think it's like a coffee cake.
Yeah, maybe. Which just...
It looks good.
Yeah,
It looks moist.
like a coffee cake. Moist and sweet. And, yeah. Alright. There's a red velvet cake.
What's that on top?
I don't know, a tube of PYM particles, I think. Those are the blue ones, so that's the shrinking, I believe, is blue. Wow. It's actually very good. Cream cheese frosting, exactly what you want it to be. Super rich, very sweet, and the cake is moist and perfect. Very, very good. Okay. The unnamed cake, no one knows what this is. It's a blue circular cake.
Like another coffee cake, it looks like
I mean,
almost.
when in France, right? Strong almond flavor, like an almond cake.
Oh, okay.
It's nice. I mean, that's kind of my thing with dessert, like pecan pie, and then these like plain cakes. I love pound cake, stuff like that. I would pick over anything more complicated. Speaking of things that aren't complicated, this is the giant Madeleine. You get a slice of this giant Madeleine.
It looks like either Darth Vader's helmet or Space Mountain.
It's a UFO. Also, could be a mustache.
No.
I'm a fan of a good simple dessert, and that's what this is. This and the pecan pie. My two favorite things. That being said, everything, I didn't care for the Oreo thing. That was the only thing I think on the plate I didn't like. So it's a really good dessert spread. Maybe dessert stronger than the entrees. But then again, a majority of the entrees we had, other than the salmon, pretty happy with everything. This is a good look. I mean, as a Disney or Marvel fan, you're watching this is a cool restaurant. Like, everyone's buying into the theme. Drinks are coming out in beakers, and there's giant desserts and tiny entrees, and it really feels like you are in the story, and it's a really fun experience. The food is solid enough to where I think it's worth the $40-something a person for you. If you're making the trip out here and this seems like something cool you want to see, I would make a PYM Kitchen reservation. This is a fun, nice little experience, especially if you visit in the summer. It's a good escape from the heat. Now I'm going to go back to eating my giant medal. Super Diner, which is an excellent family diner. It's what it says on the paper. This used to be Cafe de Cascadors, which was the Stuntman Cafe. It is a legitimate diner car from New Jersey that was purchased and sent to Disneyland Paris, Walt Disney Studios Paris. Operated from park open until a couple of years ago, and we were afraid it was not going to come back. The word on the street was, oh, that would make a really cool shawarma palace. That didn't happen. So what strangely happened is they built a diner, which isn't a thing that's known for a Reuben. Typically in the Northeast, you go to a deli for a Reuben, but in this case, they've made it sort of a Reuben sandwich restaurant. Maybe a European misconception of what an American or Northeast American diner would serve, right? And so I have the regular Reuben, although I think we're missing some ingredients, but we're not gonna say anything. I think I have cheese and mustard on this. We're gonna try
Looks
it.
good.
Let's see. I only grew up near Jewish delis. How bad could this be? It's nice and toasted. I need another bite.
He's undecided.
Or some sauerkraut.
Oh yeah, look. There
Just
it
the right
is.
amount for me. I don't like too much. This is not bad.
You're
For
smiling.
Disneyland Paris food, this is not bad. The meat is very dry. A little drier than it should be. Everything else with the bread is really nice. You can kind of see it. The bread's really nicely toasted, but it's nice and soft on the inside. So it's all soft under there, and it's just got this nice crunchy exterior. And the sauerkraut is not overpowering. The cheese, everything else is good. It's a solid entry. It's a viable option if you're eating in this park. I would have this again. Again, it's not going to be top 10 Reuben sandwiches you've ever had, but it's pretty good. Another bite. This is the vegan Reuben. So this is plant-based meat, sauerkraut,
Chopped vegetables.
chopped vegetables.
Sauerkraut.
Oh, it's not. Is it vegetable and not plant-based meat? It looks like a plant-based meat.
It's Nourish brand.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be a plant-based
Yeah.
meat, but it's made of vegetable,
Diced
right?
pickles and vegan mustard sauce. Looks good.
Let's try it.
Well, we really like the vegan sandwich at L'Arbre Enchanté. So, and this
This cheese
cheese,
doesn't look
it
right.
looks that looks like to be the same cheese to me. I hope it's good. Junior, why are you laughing?
Because it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Is it better than the non-vegan?
It is.
Yeah.
It absolutely is. It is. I'm trying to describe it. I think they topped this one better. So it may have just been like a deviation, but like you get a little bit of that dill from the pickle, the sauerkraut. The cheese is actually quite flavorful. It tastes like real cheese to me. And then the meat substitute tastes like a meat protein. It has that texture. It has that flavor. They really toasted the bread on this one. It's super crunchy, which isn't a bad thing. I actually I like the kind of burnt flavor accompanying everything else in that sandwich. That's a winner. I would absolutely come eat here again.
You look so happy.
It's very good. So this is, in America, we call it the Choco Smash candy bar, which is a thing from the comics, apparently. So they have their own take on it at this Avengers campus as the, what is it, Choco Blast?
Choco Blast.
The Choco Blast candy bar. Which I don't know if that's also a Marvel thing or not, but the Choco Blast candy bar is chocolate bar, caramel, and peanut butter. Maybe we don't need the knife, just the fork. Let's do it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's looks similar to the Choco Smash, honestly, where there's like a candy bar at the bottom, then a topping, and then you seal it all in with this chocolate.
This looks so good. You love it, don't you?
This is still the best restaurant in this park. That makes me very happy. We were worried about this, so I'm over the moon that this is still the best restaurant in this park. Although Chez Remy gives it a run for its money, but this is great. It's a candy bar just topped with like a peanut butter cream. There's that layer of caramel in the middle. You get a lot of peanut butter and a lot of candy bar. The caramel's kind of a subtle thing on the back end. And then you get the richness of that chocolate shell too. It's very good. I'd highly recommend it. So the Super Diner is in fact super, and it is in fact an excellent family diner, as it's not lying. So come check out the Super Diner at Avengers Campus. You may think that WEB stands for Worldwide Engineering Brigade, but at a food truck just outside of WEB, it stands for the Worldwide Eating Brigade, which I, of course, am a member of, as you know by now. At the Worldwide Eating Brigade truck, they have a number of noodle options. I'm going to read off the menu here. What do they call this? The Noodle Chow Experience, which are noodles, garlic ginger, lemongrass, bouillon, chive, and black mushrooms with either shrimp, chicken, or tofu. I don't know which one is which of the one. That looks like chicken. That's our chicken. That's our shrimp. And that's our tofu. Okay. And we'll talk about dessert after. We have to eat our food first, kids. I say that as if I'm some hero for good nutrition. As if this isn't the fourth meal we've eaten today in this land. Okay. I'm gonna start with chicken. Seems like a good safe start. It sounds like it's the one that could be the best. It's a nice big chunk of chicken there. Look at that.
Oh, that's big.
Nice piece of grilled chicken, good quality meat. Let's try some noodles though, right? I could use the chopsticks, but I haven't been to Japan in 2.5 years, and I'm out of practice.
I did give us chopsticks.
See, I don't even know how to eat noodles anymore. Well, I touched this one, so it goes over here. That was weird. The reason is that they're real thick and chewy. It was kind of hard to break through them, honestly.
Like not cooked enough?
Maybe. They might be undercooked. Let me try one more. They're no good.
Too tough? Hard to chew? Or is it like it's been sitting in the water too long?
I don't know. They're just real, they're dense and they're pasty. I don't know, the consistency's not
I wonder if
what
they're
you want it to
gluten-free.
be. Maybe they are, but I'm not... Like, it's edible. It's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst noodle I've ever had in a theme park. The vegetables are fun. We haven't talked about the way the vegetables are cut. They're all different fun shapes. This one's an E, I think.
Are they letters or are they shapes?
I think some are shapes, some are letters. Are there more fun ones in here?
I see.
I found a mushroom.
Oh, I thought eggplant. Mushroom, yes.
Is that eggplant?
No, it's mushroom. That's what the menu says. That looks good.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No. That is not a normal mushroom consistency either.
What else do you find?
When I bite into a mushroom, I don't want it to be like I'm biting into a fruit.
So it's undercooked.
Like an apple.
So it's
Yeah,
undercooked.
oh. So the chicken's the best part of this, but it doesn't save the dish. The chicken's perfectly fine.
What does the broth taste like?
Nothing.
Not ginger at all?
Not really. Maybe a little on the back end.
They say it's garlic, ginger, lemongrass bouillon.
Okay, a little ginger on the back end. I'm not getting a ton of garlic. It's fine. It's salty.
Okay.
It's a salty broth for sure. Okay, well, I don't think if your noodles aren't good, it's hard to save the dish. So I get the feeling I know how these next two reviews are going to go. All right, shrimp. It looks like there's a lot of shrimp in here, and they're a nice size. Look at that. They're detailed for your enjoyment.
They look good. The shrimp look good. But do they taste good?
They're fine. They're a little fishy.
Oh.
Yeah. They're not awful. They're just there.
Okay.
They're fine. Here's another fun-shaped vegetable. We have a carrot cut in a hexagon, very much like the web logo. Yeah. This is all undercooked. Not the shrimp, thankfully.
Hopefully not the chicken.
But no, the chicken definitely was undercooked. You saw how white it was. Shrimp's a little chewy. Wow.
Okay, it's tofu time. Smoked tofu.
All right. There's our tofu chunk.
I don't see smoked, but...
Want to take a picture of the tofu chunk? There's a smoky flavor for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Sure.
Is that the best
I mean,
one?
that's kind of all I'm getting is like a smoke flavor. I don't know if it's the best one. I think the chicken's the best one.
Okay.
Let me try the noodles in one more. Just maybe it was just that batch. I don't know. We'll try one more noodle. They're flavorless. They're flavorless and chalky.
Chalky.
I want to try another piece of tofu. The tofu is pretty good. It's so weird that it just... I'm just getting that smokiness and nothing else. It's so bizarre. It's like the smokiness of like a barbecue dish, but
Right.
with none of the protein flavor.
Do you think it's like
So
liquid
it just
smoke?
tastes like something is missing.
Do they use liquid smoke
so
maybe as a
weird.
flavor?
I think they're just smoked. So it's
Everything's smoked
the
here.
flavor's very embedded in it. Okay, so for dessert,
I'm so excited. I don't
what
know.
are these called?
I don't know what these are, but they're atomic cocoa balls. It says coconut and egg yolk balls.
And they're atomic.
And when he handed them to us,
What about it?
they were hot. It's a hot, no, it's not a joke. Like it's a hot item. I thought it would be cold like a mochi.
They definitely have the consistency of a
They look like a
mochi.
Cadbury creamy.
Bok bok.
I love Cadbury cream eggs.
You have a picture of that interior?
Work it. There we go. Coconut and egg yolk balls. speechless.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever eaten. Anywhere.
Oh, I must try.
I mean, it's an egg yolk surrounded in like coconut covered mochi.
But it's dough on the exterior?
Yeah, it's like an uncooked, like a raw dough around an egg yolk.
But there's
with
like
a hard-boiled
sugar.
egg-like consistency.
There's like sugar with the egg yolk, almost like you would make like
I mean,
a
sure,
pie
there's a
filling.
slight sweetness, but
Oh, he's in for more.
I don't know if I love it or hate it.
Oh.
It's so weird.
But you did eat the second piece by choice.
I needed to know. I still
know.
don't know.
Would you eat another piece
No.
to try to figure it out? Oh, maybe it's
No, the dough exterior is very bad.
Huh.
I think the sweet yolk was good and the coconut obviously is nice, but whatever that shell is, it's like eating like wet cardboard.
Oh.
Like
Sounds delightful.
It's just like...
So this is like, you gotta try this. Because
No, you don't have to try it because I don't think it's good.
No, but just because it's interesting.
I mean, if you think it is as weird
it's
as
€5.
it sounds.
It's €5.
I mean, it's bizarre. It is, like, even up against the stuff from Tokyo Disney, it is super weird. So in review, don't eat at the Worldwide Eating Brigade. Turns out for being a brigade about eating, they're not good at it. So, yeah.